I'm often asked about the process I use for consulting and coaching. And so my process has 5 phases that actually represent a framework for the input I'm gathering and the outcomes I'm looking for. I do recognize that whether you're talking about an individual or a team or an organization, they're all unique and the circumstances are unique. So I want to have a framework that has a certain amount of freedom within that framework so I can adjust to those differences. But let me describe or just list the phases, and then I'll give you some examples of questions that I use and outcomes that I'm looking for in each of those phases. So 5 phases, the first of which is setting expectations, followed by building passion and ownership. Then thirdly, about driving commitment. And the fourth one is accelerating growth. And the fifth one is elevating impact and capability. I list them that way, but they really are integrated. It's not that they have to happen one after another. They all work together. Now, in the first phase, setting expectations, the fundamental question behind that is why? Why are we here? What has brought this person to this place at this time? What do we expect as outcomes? How might we measure those outcomes? And as you might imagine, that first phase requires a significant amount of input from stakeholders in terms of what they are expecting as well. Once we go from setting expectations to building passion and ownership, the question that drives that one is fundamentally, what's in it for me, speaking from the standpoint of the person I'm working with or the organization. What's in it for me? And questions that come up in that phase are, what are some strengths that I can leverage? What are some developmental areas that I can address? What are some blind spots that I need to uncover? And then in many ways, more excitingly, is what are some unknown possibilities that we can discover? So after building passion and ownership, I want to move toward driving commitment. And under driving commitment, the key questions there really are, what are the benefits of me changing, and do they outweigh the benefits of me staying the same? A companion piece is what are the costs of me not changing, and are they less than the costs of me actually changing? Oftentimes in this phase, people really need to address what might be considered fear of failure or even fear of success. But once we've gone through driving for commitment, I do focus in on accelerating growth. And the central piece about accelerating growth for me is, what are some upcoming leadership moments during which you need to demonstrate you at your most effective as a leader? Fundamentally, can those leadership moments make it to your highlight reel of you as an effective leader? So accelerating growth followed by elevating impact and capability. The question in this phase, what do I do next? How do I expand the learning that I've gotten from the earlier phases? What are the challenges that I'm willing to take on now? Where am I willing to stretch myself? And once we do all of those phases, it really is centered around leadership moments, how to be more effective in those moments. So if you have leadership moments coming up soon and you want to make sure that you're setting realistic and challenging goals for those leadership moments and be pushed to not only doing well in that opportunity, but expanding it, give me a call. Greg Pennington, Pennpoint Consulting.